Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge here. How is everybody? Tonight I would like to look at another issue in the news, political, and that is the recent fallout, well, it's sort of recent, between the President, Donald Trump, and Steve Bannon, who at one point was thought to be a good friend of the President, and maybe still is. There's a lot of accusations and speculation as to what's going on and kind of why the fallout, what's really happening. So I thought maybe Tarot could shed some light onto this topic, and maybe we can get some insight as to what is really going on. So I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so give me a moment while I shuffle up the cards, and we will have that intention to find out more about the fallout between Donald Trump and Steve Bannon. So, one moment. Okay, cut the deck. I'm feeling like I need to do a star cross spread, Celtic cross spread. All right. All right, so we'll see what we get. All right, so we've got the Two of Fire. This is a card of vision, forward vision, looking ahead. It's also the card of seeing, having a new perspective, surveying what's before you and what's ahead of you, and getting the bigger picture. We're crossed by the Ace of Earth. So to me, what this is signifying is that there is a vision on the one hand and a different vision on the other, and there's two competing visions for where Donald Trump and Steve Bannon want to go. The president has his vision, and I'm getting that contrary to that was Steve Bannon with his ideas and his vision for how he wanted to approach things. I think that their ideas clashed, and they didn't quite see eye to eye on a lot of things. And this ace feels like it's like wanting to take something new and go in a new direction, and that was going up against the vision of the president. That's just what I see there. Now, this is in the position of what we know objectively, what we see. And this is like being in a prison of your own making. We've seen this, the Eight of Sky, before. This is a card of being stifled or feeling trapped, not feeling like you're not being in control, or feeling like you're not in control. That could represent Mr. Bannon. Let me see what else we've got here. We've got another ace. This is in the position to kind of what's led up to this. Now with the Ace of Sky, this is all about the realm of the mind and communications, and this is like a new, so in the position of what's led up to this, we have this new push or new beginning, kind of all out there being in communication. I think this is just validating what we're seeing in the news right now. It's kind of all over the news. It's being talked about. It's being over the airwaves. This sky rules the air. So I think that we're just seeing a very public, a public display of this issue behind the scenes. It's kind of bubbling out. That's kind of what's led up to it. Now moving into the past position, we have the grace card. Grace card reversed. Okay, so generally speaking, when you have the grace card and you have it upright, it's actually very positive. It's somebody who's kind of walking the fine line between two worlds, being very balanced. This is like unbalanced. This is kind of being allowing somebody to kind of push you around, or being swayed and kind of not on your solid ground, so to speak. You could be maybe a little bit manipulated with this card reversed. The fact that this is falling into the past position gives me, I think that whatever these two competing visions, I think was meant, and okay, I don't know if that's intentionally meant to destabilize the president's vision, but there was definitely competing visions, and with this card being like unstable, on unstable ground, or not having good solid footing for moving forward. But that energy that I've just described is actually, this is moving into the past. So this is what the president, I believe, is coming out of. So we could take that to mean the president now will have a more solid footing moving forward. It does seem like this core issue with Steve Bannon was a hindrance. Okay. I feel like the president might be having trouble knowing who to trust, or maybe not really wanting to trust, and kind of just taking matters into his own hands, and kind of just, I just see him being a little more like, I'm just going to take the reins, and I'm just going to do what I know I need to do, and do what needs to be done the way I see that I need to do it. I see him kind of moving a little away from having too many people. I mean, every president has his advisors and people that give him their opinions and their intelligence and their thoughts and their ideas on how to proceed. But I think the president is kind of like, this energy feels like that it's more taking matters into his own hands again. I think he feels very capable, and this whole thing just kind of maybe proved to him in his own mind that I'm just going to say this, that not everybody's as smart as he is. Now I'm saying that from his perspective. This is what I feel the president may be feeling, is that he knows what needs to be done, and all of this is kind of just proving to him that he's right. Okay? All right. Now I'm just saying that from his perspective. I'm not saying that, I think the president's right on everything. Don't misunderstand me. This is about what I'm sensing from the cards saying where the president's at and where Steve Bannon's at. Okay. Let me see if we've got anything else to really add to this. I think this is probably a good thing for the president. but it may make him feel a little more isolated. And maybe, it would be nice if he had people around him that he really felt like he could trust. And I think he probably does to some degree, but that field of people that he really can confide in is probably pretty small, which is unfortunate because it's helpful to have, people that have your back and that can help, you can bounce ideas off of. So, anyway, I'm hoping the president doesn't feel too isolated because of this, but I think he's going to actually feel a little more liberated because of this. It's like it's going to just help him feel like, yes, I already know what I need to do, and this just kind of proved that I was right all along about Steve Bannon. Okay, that's a little snippet. I think I'm going to end it here. It was just very interesting. I wanted to do this reading on Steve Bannon because I was actually kind of surprised when that whole thing kind of fell apart, because I really thought that that Steve Bannon, was loyal to the president. But I think based on these two cards and the competing issue, that they just had very different views and very different agendas. So, anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Please like my video if you like what I do. I'll make more, and we'll see you in the next video. Hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.